This is trading lesson 12, delivered by Twigbe Ehizoge for Forex traders, stock traders, option traders, and the likes. Because the stop will be large, their initial position should be small if they are entering late. Once the market moves in their direction and they can tighten their stop, they can look to add to their position, but they should never exceed their normal risk level. Once you realize that the market is in a strong trend, you don't need a setup to enter. You can enter anytime, all day long, at the market if you wish, with a relatively small stop. The only purpose of a setup is to minimize the risk. Large gaps that don't reverse early usually mark the start of a strong trend for the day, and the day often closes at or near the high or low in a bear. A high one is always a good buy in the spike phase of a strong bull trend. During a trend day, you must try to catch every retrend signal because that is the source of the most consistent money. No pullbacks means the trend is strong. The market regularly tries to do something twice, and this is why all moves tend to subdivide into two smaller moves. This is true of both with trend and counter trend moves. If it fails in its two attempts, it usually tries to do the opposite. If it succeeds, it will often then extend the trend. When you trade, you are always in a gray fog and nothing is perfectly clear. However, whenever you are not confident about your read, do not take the trade. There will always be another trade before too long that will be much clearer to you. One of your most important goals is to avoid any confusing setups because losses are hard to overcome. You do not want to spend the rest of the day struggling to get back to break-even. So be patient and take only trades where you are comfortable with your read. Every trend has both a spike phase and a channel phase, and every trend is in either of those two modes at all times. A trend is simply a move from one trading range to another. And why in the new trading range, both the bulls and the bears are placing trades in an attempt to be positioned for what they believe will be the next breakout.